What's up, guys, and welcome back to the review portion of the channel. So about 10-11 months ago, I did a couple of initial unboxing / initial reviews on the Ozark Trail $5 folding pocket knife. That was a copy of the Benchmade Bug Out that I have right here. Still a little stiff, but Benchmade Bug Out, Ozark Trail $5 knife. Very similar knives, not identical, very similar. And then Ozark Trail also had a $10 version of that knife. And we'll go over that in a second, but this one's got some wear on it. Anyway, so over the last 10 months, I've been primarily carrying these three knives to see what I thought about all of them, if it was worth the money, if the Benchmade is worth the money, which has got some stuff on the blade now, but I use my knives, so they're going to have stuff all over them. They're going to have plastic, whatever that crap you cut, gooey stuff. Anyway, they're going to have stuff all over them. And after 10 months, we have a few takeaways. So after 10 months, the clear winner is the Benchmade over performance in the performance category. The Benchmade Bug Out, super solid knife. Only had to sharpen it a few times, but I cut everything known to man, guys. It doesn't matter what it is. If I have a knife in my pocket, like, that's why I have the knife in my pocket, to cut whatever I need to cut. I'm not worried about, oh, don't let me use this knife because it's going to break, whatever it might be. So Benchmade Bug Out, approximately 7.5 inches, very lightweight. You can't tell if you have this thing in a pair of pants at work, dress pants, whatever it might be. You can't tell you got it on you. But the new kid on the block, the Ozark Trail $5 knife. And as you can see, or can't see, this has got some wear on it. Got a little bit of wear right up there. Got some wear on the blade, and like I said, there's some sticky stuff on it. So, I mean, I cut everything. Blade's probably not that sharp. 5 out of 10 sharpness, if that. But I'm impressed with this knife. For $5, I mean, you just get a cheap stainless steel knife, but man, it's so smooth. After 10 months, and this has been the primary carry. I've carried this the most, probably this the second most, and this the least, the $10 folding knife the least, because we'll go over what happened to it. And it doesn't look so good. But anyway, so this has been primary carry. 5 days a week, 7 days a week, whatever. I would throw the Benchmade in for a solid week till if I could see a difference, you know, like, oh, can I tell that I have the Benchmade with me? The Benchmade is definitely lighter. And you feel like you got a good sturdy knife with you when the Benchmade's in your pocket. Still can't get over the price. But anyway, everything's through the roof these days. So $5, I think we have a clear winner here. Now, they have reintroduced this knife as the Ozark Trail Glacier knife. Not just a standard 7.5 inch folder. It's back out for a second run. It looks identical on Walmart's website. It is the, let's see what it says here, Ozark Trail Glacier 7.5 inch shaft lock white, and it's $7.97 now, if you can see that. So it's gone up from $5 to $7.97. I'd still buy this knife at $7.97. If you went up to 10, it'd be like, nah. I mean, still $10 is just a throwaway knife anyway you go. But it's kind of hard for me to say a budget knife because I flea market a lot. I find a lot of stuff for like really good deals. So I can find $50, $40 knives for 15, 20 bucks that they've been sharpened. And if you're not looking to collect it, it doesn't matter. If you're looking to use it, the sharpening portion doesn't matter. But if you're looking to collect it, you don't want it to sharpen. This Benchmade is still really stiff. Of course, that's an offhand, but. So after 10 months, I've owned this knife for a couple years, never really used it before. It's still really stiff. So that might be good for the longevity of the knife, but you still can't get it. I'm holding both sides of the lock like somebody said to do. You still can't get it. Opens pretty fast. Anyway, so Benchmade, solid, $200 price tag. I just can't get along with that $200 price tag, guys. If it was $100, yeah, $100 bill, but $200 is just crazy. But super lightweight. Can't tell you got it. I'd probably buy black if I got handle choice again, just for like dress pants and stuff. People couldn't see you have it in your pocket, whatever it might be. Ozark Trail, $5 knife. Also, probably, so I'd give the Benchmade like an 8 out of 10. The only two things stopping it is that price, man. But Ozark Trail, $5 knife. You're going to have to sharpen a lot if you cut a lot of, rough stuff. It's not that sharp right now, but smooth, man. Once it gets broken in, it's smooth. So definitely like a 7 out of 10. The only thing they could do is if they could find out how to put a little bit better metal in the blade that holds the edge a little bit longer. But pocket clip, after 10 months of carry, still stout. Pocket clip's not bent out, and I've used this knife. I haven't babied it. This knife, on the other hand, the $10 Ozark Trail knife, as you can see, it's got some wear on the finish. So I was kind of disappointed in this one because it's still pretty smooth. I just don't like the fatter handle. That's just preference. Pocket clip, still really tight. I mean, gosh. Can't budge those things. So whatever metal they're using in that, fantastic. The wear is actually from soil. So we started a garden earlier this year, so May-ish, and we were cutting some of the black fabric that you put down to keep the weeds from growing. Cut it with this knife, and then left the dirt on this knife for probably a couple hours, and then took it inside and washed it off with hot soapy water, and then just let it dry in the dishes rack. And she's got rust all over. That soil, there was no fertilizer in the soil. This is just regular soil, but that soil cut right through that finish. It is bad. And then the rust is probably just from the dawn and the water, but I left it on there. So kind of disappointed in the finish in this one, but I guess, $10 knife is what it is. So I would probably give this a 5 out of 10. D2 steel, still had to sharpen it quite a bit. It is what it is because I use them a lot. But we got some new kids on the block. So Ozark Trail, I think I'm late to the game on this one, but Ozark Trail is still in the knife business. This is a Elevation 7.5-inch folder. And this is the more expensive out of the two. So this is the one they just released. It's probably been a couple months now. I'm a little bit behind. I watched a couple videos on it and then forgot all about it and went and bought it. So Ozark Trail new knife, Elevation. It's kind of like a stone wash on the blade. And this is not a copy of the Benchmade. They're saying it's more of a copy of one of the Kershaws out there. I'm not too familiar with the Kershaws. Super smooth. It has a push button instead of the lock that goes all the way through the frame, both sides, whatever you want to call that, frame lock. So push button, blade swings open, locks in place. Pretty stout, good feeling knife. This was $25, so $25, and they're still considering it an Ozark Trail Elevation model, 7.5-inch. They have it listed as a 7.5 or Ozark Trail 7.5-inch button lock. So it's a button lock, folding knife, and this has G10 handle. It has 12C27 blade, whatever that might mean. Some kind of different steel in there that's supposed to be better. The blade's 3¼ inches. It's a 12C27 stainless steel blade. I watched some reviews, said it's easy to sharpen, might hold the edge a little bit longer. It's not extremely sharp straight out of the box, but button lock, and then it just drops. So also a nice pocket clip. So we'll see what happens with that. We're going to carry this one and their other new knife. So they got two new knives that are kind of everybody's talking about. The other one is in also a green box, just like that one. I guess Valor is the name of it. Took me a while to find the name. 7.5-inch knife. And it's a good looking knife. Some kind of G10 or aluminum handles, can't really tell. Good looking knife, reversible pocket clip like that. And this is the frame lock. I call it a frame lock, but just like the Benchmade, both sides of the frame. And everybody says hold down both sides for smooth, whatever. Some kind of copper looking blade, Tano point, whatever you want to call it. And pretty good looking knife. Can't get my camera to focus here, but pretty good looking knife. They could have put the pocket clip in copper as well to match the blade, but it is what it is. Damn, it's stout. So the block is stout, but it's pretty smooth. Definitely not as loud when you're opening it. Not like a clank. Definitely a muted noise. But these are the new knives on the block for 2026 for Ozark Trail. So this is $20. And it has 14C 28N blade. So I'm guessing that's some sort of stainless steel. Yeah. 4¼ inch handle, 3¼ inch copper coated blade. And it's a good looking knife. So we'll see what these have. Carry them for a few months. Give you guys an update. That lock is really stiff, but that might be good. We'll see. And 14C 28N steel. I'm not too familiar with the different grades of stainless steel, but this one's not extremely sharp, straight out of the package anyway. And it even has marked on the blade 14C 28N steel. So new kids on the block. The Valor and the Elevation. A total of, for both of these knives, after tax, so take away tax, both of these knives, $44.94 plus tax, so $48.09. But we'll see what they got. Elevation, $25. Valor, $20. So Ozark Trail's back in the game. 2026, here we come. Compare it to the $5 knife after it's all said and done. So see you guys in the next one.